Donna from Old Ways. Excuse me. Today what we're going to do is make some socks. Like this. And I'm just going to make a miniature version of this sock so that I can show you the different steps. I'm using 3 skeins of yarn, of leftover yarn, ribbing, leg and foot, heel and toe. So this way you can see where the different changes are and what we're doing. So having said that, I'm going to make the slip knot, excuse me, and I'm going to chain 5. I'm also using a size H, yes, or a 5mm crochet hook right now, and that's just so that you can see what I'm doing. If you want a tighter sock, you'll use a smaller hook. You can also use lighter yarn, more sock weight or just above sock weight. The reason I'm made mine a little thicker is because they're for the winter, and I just like thicker socks. So we're going to do a double crochet, and we're going to the second stitch from the end, from the hook. 1, when we come to the end, we're going to chain 2, turn, and then we're going to go in to the back loop. Chain 2, turn your work, and continue. This is going to give us the ribbing for the top of the sock. We'll be back in a minute when I finish. Okay, so I'm on my last row, which I decided to do 12. And as you can see, that's our ribbing, and it has stretch. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to go in the back loop, bringing up the other end and finding the loop, pull it through, and the single crochet. Back loop, pull it through, single crochet. Now we have this little tail here. We're going to just pull that over to the left. But now we're going to change colors because I'm going to work on the leg. What I do is put the leg color across. And what I do now is I'm just going to do a single crochet if I can get my fingers to work, a single crochet and pick up the tail and the new color. Then I'm going to pull the tail that was over here on the right to the left, and again make sure that I get the other tail, go in and do another single crochet. The reason I'm doing this is so that there are no knots. Now I'm going to cut off the color that I was using, the variegated, pull that to the side, and pull the color I want to work with and start picking that up. And if you get a little tail that's you can't pull over and work with anymore, don't worry, because we'll just cut it close. Now this is not a pattern that's written down. I can't follow patterns very well. I'm a visual learner. So somebody showed me how to do this. And basically what I did for everybody in my family was I did each section and had them try the sock on. When they were done trying the sock on and it fit, I jotted down how many crochets I did, single crochets, double crochets. And then I had the pattern for each member of the family's foot. Okay. I'm back to the beginning where I started. So what I'm going to do is slip the hook into the first stitch and just pull it through. Just pull it through, and that connects it. Then I'm going to chain 2, and then I'll go in the back loop all the way around. And I will crochet. I'm only going to put in 10 rows because this would be more of an ankle sock. You could put in as many rows as you wanted, depending on how high you wanted the sock to come up the leg. You could do an ankle sock, you could do a crew sock, you could even do a knee sock. But for time, For time's sake, I'm just going to do an ankle sock. And I'll be back after I do the 10 rows. Okay, so I just did 8 rows instead of 10 because, well, I looked at my own socks that I have on my feet and I only did 8 rows. So now we're going to put the heel in. So we haven't completed the 8th row yet. What I'm going to do is lay my heel color across like I did with the ribbing. And I'm going to do a single crochet. I'm going to push the tail, fold it in half, do a single crochet over the 2 of them. I'm going to go into the first stitch of the row and pull through. And now I'm going to drop the leg color and pick up the heel color, chain 2. Then I'm going to go in the back again. First I'm going to cut off the leg color. And I'm just going to bury the tail in my work. Just for this purpose, I'm going to do 8 single crochets. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And as I said, you can see there's a little tail there. Not a problem. It's gone. We're going to chain up 2, and instead of working in the back row, we're just going to put it in the whole stitch and go across 4 rows. Five, 6, 7, and our original 8. Chain up 2, come back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when we chain up 2 and turn our work, that actually counts as our first stitch. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to chain up 2. Now we're going to decrease. And each row we're going to decrease by 1. So that's 2, 3, skip the next 2, 1, 2, 3. Chain up 2, 2, skip the next 2, chain up 2, skip 2, and that completes our heel. Normally a heel is 12. We would crochet 12 across and go up 6 rows and then the next 6 rows decrease on each side. But again, this is just for demonstration purposes.